Bumping will be your go-to safety move. Setting can be difficult when the ball is too low or fast, but bumping gives you more control and options. First, you'll want to put your feet shoulder-width apart and put more of your weight on your toes. Now stick your hands out in front of you and make a fist with your non-dominant hand. Take your other hand and wrap it around, making sure your thumbs leave a flat platform to avoid injuries. Next, bend your knees. When the ball comes to you, you don't want to swing your arms, but instead use a combination of standing up and shrugging your shoulders. Also, make sure you're facing where you want the ball to go for the best results. There are other things like back bumps where you hit the ball behind you, but we won't worry about that as of this tutorial. For now, we'll move on to setting. Setting can be harder to get the hang of, but in the end, it gives you more control. You can either use setting as a pass or to send the ball to the hitter. First, put your feet shoulder-width apart and raise your arms above your head. Now imagine you're chugging a 2-liter of pop, holding it with your pointer fingers and thumbs. Those fingers should be in a triangle or diamond shape. When the ball is set, you want the ball to only touch the padding of your fingers. So if you have weak fingers, you want to make sure you don't take any hard balls. When the ball comes to you, have the ball rest on your fingers for a split second, bend your arms and knees, and then push back. Your arm should be extended in the direction you want the ball to fly. If you're setting to a hitter, you'll want the ball to be high in an arc position where the ball lands a little bit further to the side of the hitter. Try to make the ball spin in air as little as possible. Also, make sure to contact the ball as evenly as possible, not having your hands hit it at different times. Let's move on to spiking. We already learned that serving is how you bring the ball into play, but how do you serve? There are two different types of basic serves. First is usually a beginner type of serve, the underhand. Once again, these instructions will be for right-handed people, so flip if needed. To perform an underhand serve, hold the ball in your left hand, make a fist with your right hand, where the area around your thumb and your index finger make a flat surface. Take a step forward with your right foot while swinging your right arm. When your right hand hits the ball, keep swinging upwards. Next we have the overhand serve, which is a lot like a spike without jumping. Toss the ball in front of you. The goal height of the ball is to get a little higher than your maximum arm height. The ball should land just to the front and to the side of your left foot. Now the arm work is just like a spike. So as recap, pull your left arm down quickly, rotate your right shoulder while bringing your right arm forward, hand on top of the ball, and follow through. Now let's move on to how to deal with the ball when it's too tight to the net. When it comes to attacking, spiking is the best method since it's designed to have a lot of power. Although you could just swing your arm and high-five the ball to be considered a spike, there are methods we use to maximize the force. These are instructions if you're right-handed, so if you're left-handed, just reverse it. First, we're going to stand on the 10-foot line, or the line running parallel to the net, but not under it. First, jump forward with a big step on your left foot. While doing so, swing your arms in front of you. Continue the momentum onto your right foot as a big jump, and quickly follow it up with your left foot landing. Crouch low and be rolled onto the balls of your feet. Your arms should be swung back behind you as high as they can go. Now when you jump, swing your arms in front of you and spring up. Your arm should move into a crossbow-like position where your right arm is bent behind your head and your left arm is straight, pointing up and forward. When time comes to swing first your left arm down quickly. While doing so, rotate your right shoulder while bringing your right arm forward to swing through second. Your left arm will act as a guide and help with the speed. When you make contact with the ball, try to either be at the maximum of your height or on your way up, and have your hand on top of the ball as much as possible. That way when you swing, it'll go at more of a downward angle. After you make contact with the ball, keep swinging through until your arm swings behind you. While we work on processing this, we'll move on to the types of serves you can do. Not every set will be perfect, and sometimes the pass will just get too close to the net. Sometimes you can either just hit it or shoot set it over, but it gets difficult. So that's when tipping comes into play. There are two types of tips, closed and open hand. Closed hand tips are when you make a fist and punch the ball upwards over the net. Open hand tips are a little trickier. They involve using your fingertips and swiping downwards. There's also a way to defend against attacks or tips from the other side. Blocks. Blocking is when you jump up and use your hands above the net to stop the ball. When you're blocking, keep your legs straight and kick them slightly forward. The goal is to make an angle out of your body. Also make sure you don't hit the net or accidentally kick the player on the other side of the net. And all that's left is understanding the positions. You'll be a pro in no time.